What is up, Panther Nation, Pantherologists? Welcome to yet another lunch break with me. Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. I am done with work for the day. I usually work half days anyways on Friday. So went to the gym early this morning, then we had some meetings, had to get some stuff done, but we're here now. And today we are going to do a fun little giveaway. I'm going to try to do some giveaways, at least once or twice a month, maybe even more, depending on how this goes today. So we'll see. Yes, there is a link in the description of this live stream for you people, for my people, all subscribers to join. This live stream is only letting subscribers in. So if you're a subscriber, you are eligible to obviously join, but also you're eligible to in the giveaway. So this is how the giveaway is going to work. Make sure you pound the like button first off. Other than that, you can get in the comment sections amongst yourselves and chat it up with each other. And obviously you're already subscribed, so that doesn't matter. And make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Again, this lunch break is every Monday through Friday at the same time. Now, the reason why I have put the link in the description is for you folks to come in and ask questions and more, to come in and join the live, and we can sit here and debate. We can talk about Panthers. We can also talk about NFL, anything you want to talk about. Today is the day for the subscribers. I'm going to try to make Fridays for you guys to come and join and just shoot the shit with me. All right. That's what I'm on here for. On Fridays, it's kind of like what C3 does, but just a little different. It's going to be more individual. Like, I'm going to let people come on, ask a question, and then so on and so forth. So this is how the giveaway is going to work. I have a wheel. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Looks like someone's already in the waiting room. Let me see here. 910 Panther fan is in. Appreciate you.
Hey, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good, buddy.
Good. All right. Well, I'll get to you in a second, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, everyone. So this is how the giveaway is going to work. It's a small, fun little giveaway. We're going to do spin the wheel, okay? This is how it's going to work. For you to get your name put on the wheel, all you have to do is share the live. Screenshot that you shared the live, send it to my Instagram. My Instagram is right down below. You can see it right down there. As you can see, it's just Roppstar92_. All you have to do is screenshot you sharing the live to whatever you want, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, whatever case may be, Instagram. And then just screenshot it, send it over, and your name gets put in the wheel. We are going to be spinning the wheel for I'm going to do a $50 gift card to Amazon, which is, everybody uses Amazon. I don't think there's anybody in this world that does not use Amazon. So, making it fun. So what's going on, 910 Panther fan? What's your name, brother? First off, I'd rather just call you by your name.
Right on. So my name's Kyle. I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina.
Nice, man. I love Wilmington. I go up there a bunch. It's lots of fun. Are you getting poured down with this rain right now?
Right this second, no, but it's about to be.
I'm getting hammered right now.
So,
yeah. So what's up, man? What you got for me?
Oh, so first of all, glad to be on the show. I'm usually a C3 faithful. And I see your lunch break every day, and most days I work, so I can't really pull up. But this rare opportunity I have to come in and chop it up with you about this wonderful football team we have.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Right. Is there any concerns that you may have, like any questions or concerns with the team? Is there something that you feel that with our team right now, where we stand. What any questions or concerns?
The front seven on defense is probably my big concern. I mean, everybody says that our corners are not deep, and that's true, but I'm the biggest question mark, I guess, for me is the front seven on defense.
Okay.
Just with the new system, I know what year was that they tried to implement it and it just didn't work. And I don't know if that was like a scheme fit or like a player fit, but like just I want to say like maybe in between 3 and 5 years ago, the team tried to transition to 3-4 and it didn't work. So I'm a little apprehensive, but at the same time, I feel like we have a coach in Navarro that has used the 3-4 to a dominating kind of fashion. So at that point, or I would say to that point, I think that I like our chances better this year with making that system work. Although I am a little apprehensive about it.
Okay. Well, to put you in good faith or make you maybe feel, I guess, a little bit better about it, I feel that our front seven is not going to be a problem. The only thing I would say is another pass rusher would be nice.
Right.
Mentioning that multiple times on the live stream, saying that we need to add somebody. Jadeveon Clowney's name has been thrown a lot around a couple times, which I think he would fit our style of defense. But you got to think with Evero, the only thing that was fun to watch in Denver last year was that defense.
Right. I mean, exactly. We tuned in to see if Russell Wilson was going to be a bust in a new stadium, and he was. So at least we got the defense to kind of make the game interesting.
Yeah. So I feel that if we add an extra pass rusher, I think I think that will definitely help and benefit. Obviously, Brian Burns. It also depends on how YGM fits into the new scheme on the outside as well.
Right. That's what it is for me. It's not a lack of production or talent at those front seven positions. It's the question marks. It's the unknown that we as fans don't know what he's going to do. We don't know how these players are going to line up, how they're going to be used. Because a defensive end in a 4-3 is not the same defensive end in a 3-4. So it's going to be interesting the kind of personnel that we have already. And I mean, obviously we've all heard Frank talk about how we have personnel on the roster that can fill those holes and fill those positions, but it's question marks. It's all up in the air. It's the unknowns for me. That's where I'm the most hesitant. That, and I still don't understand why the corners don't play the receiver, or that they play the receiver and that they don't play the ball when the ball is in the air. Like, that is one thing I don't understand, and I hope they get it fixed, because the reason that we were good in 2014 and 2015 and 2016, and we had these high caliber defenses because takeaways. We took the ball away constantly, and the other team didn't have a chance to score, and we could go up 3 touchdowns, So for me, those are the big question marks. Opportunistically, I feel like this is a great offense, and I think no amount of me worrying about it is going to change anything. I think the offense is going to be miles ahead of what it was. No pun intended. Than what it was, last year. But the defense, I'm really curious to see if they put all this work into the offense in the offseason and all that they've done. I just don't want to see the defense take a big lag or a big step back than what they have in previous years.
The only concern I really have on defense is the pass rush, but I've mentioned it before and I'll say it again. And then probably people are like, dude, you sound like a broken record, but it's still the only concern to me. And it's our corner depth. And I know that you said you're not concerned about it. And I like to hear other people say that they're not concerned about it. it's not that we don't have the talent. Okay, so that's
Right.
not the concern for me. The concern for me is, can we stay healthy? Can JC Horn play 15 games? Can D Jack play 15 games? Right? If these guys can stay 15 games, there's no reason why we don't take this division by storm.
Right. I'd be happy with 10 games, honestly. If each one of them could play 10 games, man, that'd be an improvement over last year. And that's still missing 7. So
right. And I mentioned that Marcus Peters, I think, would fit our defense very nicely with the free agent market right now. Him coming in as the third guy, even though his age is 30 years old, but 30 at corner is not very, it's not too old. He's kind of still right there. Right. And so he does have some injury concerns too, though. But I think having another rotational guy like him comes in can definitely benefit our defense. So I'm hoping before training camp comes on that we can fill in that pass rushing question mark, and then also maybe fill in the corner depth. I know we brought in a guy, but he's just not the guy that we brought in, Mandian or whatever his last name is, but which I've only heard of him like once before, but he's not going to be somebody that I can feel that like can do better than CJ Henderson. I mean, and CJ Henderson's also, he's going to have to step up this year because we didn't pick up his 5th-year option. So I'm wondering if that's going to put some pressure on him to perform better. So I'm hoping maybe that we didn't pick up his 5th-year option. They believe that maybe this is going to make him.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to push him in the right direction because it's a contract year for him, and he's not guaranteed his salary next year. So his play this year is going to determine what kind of trajectory his career is going to take. And to be honest, if he doesn't produce any more than he did last year, he might be sitting at home on the couch. So I'd hate to see it for him, being an NFL player. But at the same time, if you don't produce this year, and I like the strategy that the Panthers are using, rather than just pay the guy, he hasn't shown consistent flashes to be able to call him a rotational corner. So we need more out of him to be able to show him money. And I like that we're giving him 17 weeks plus the offseason, plus preseason, plus everything to show this organization and the 31 other organizations that he's actually worth something in this league.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the strategy.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions, and then I'm going to let some other people get in here. Next question is, who is your 2 hidden gems that you think is going to break out for the Panthers this year?
Hidden gems. Okay, so
I can give you mine 2 real quick, and then maybe you can, and then maybe you can kind of feed off of it. All right.
Okay.
All right. So my 2 I've already said. I think Brady Christensen is going to actually fulfill very nicely. So because I think what we saw last year, he didn't allow any sacks last year. Fun fact, people don't know that. And obviously with Austin Corbett out, someone's going to have to step up. Now I don't see Christensen going to, that side, but him being at left guard again, I think is going to fulfill some definitely involvement. We might even see some rotation with him and Aquanu, maybe. With the left tackle, maybe they might try to move Aquanu sometimes on the inside a little bit too. Who knows? I doubt that because of how good Aquanu has been so far at left tackle, and he's just going to continue to get better. He's going to be a franchise guy for us in the next 10 years. So he's not going anywhere anytime soon. But then my other one is, and this is kind of a hot take because he's just kind of been of a 2nd-round bust for us, really. But I think Terrace Marshall we could see a breakout from him this year. And I've loved what I've seen from the film I've seen and in the news and things that I've read. So from the film I've seen, though, he looks immaculate. So I'm hoping that we can. So those are my 2 hidden gems. What are yours?
So I'll play off of that. Okay, so my first one is going to be Cade Mays.
Okay,
and I think Cade Mays is going to take a big step this year.
Yeah.
It's not an if, it's a when. So when the injury bug hits and we need a lineman, I think Cade Mays is going to be the one that steps up and really proves that he belongs on this team and in the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
My other breakout player, I'm going to say, only because he's not talked about, I also think that that Shaq's going to have a big year. I think he's going to have a big year. And I mean, he's not like a breakout player per se, but like he's not being talked about. He's been, the last thing we talked about Shaq is, oh, he took a really team friendly deal to stay here. But that doesn't mean that his production is going to go down, and he led the team in tackles. So I really think that he's going to kind of like put that leadership kind of on his shoulders and kind of try to lead this defense into the realm of multiple tackles in a game for all the players, so everybody's getting touches. I think he's going to have a bigger year than he had last year.
And I like both of those takes, honestly. Cade Mays has definitely been in the back of my mind. Obviously, with Austin Corbett out, he has to step up anyways, because we don't know when Austin Corbett's coming back and is going to be completely ready. And actually, right now, he's kind of taking a setback. Apparently, it's not like he's taking a setback, but they've said his injury is going to take longer for him to heal up. So it is what it is at the end of the day. But having Cade Mays is a great one. Another one, I do like Shaq. I did say in one of my lives, I felt that was one of the most underrated offseason signings that we did with his contract, because of the fact of how much of a leader he is on this defense, and because when Steve Wilkes did not get hired, there was some concerns that he might be wanting to get out, and he stuck around. He wants to be here. He wants to win here. So I like both of those guys too. I could see both doing the same, doing what you're saying. Last but not least, before I let you go, give me your record prediction this year.
10 wins.
Okay. I'm right there with you. I said 10-7 myself. Cool.
10 wins.
Cool beans.
I think we hit double digits this year. And I think that's good enough. I'll do you one better. I think 10 wins is enough to get us in the playoffs.
All right. Well, 9-10 Panthers fan, I am going to add you to the giveaway here.
All right.
And I appreciate you joining the live stream, man. Appreciate you, showing your support here as much as possible, and just, liking and subscribing. That's all I ask. And it's all for free. So it's not like you got to pay anything. I keep telling everybody that, and they're like, is it free? Is it free? Yes. It's free. But I appreciate you joining, coming on. I appreciate you showing the support. And other than that, I'm going to let some other people get in here. Thank you for joining. You too, man. Thank you, 9-10 Panthers fan, for joining. Appreciate him coming on and showing his support and giving us his takes. That was nice for him to, come aboard. So anybody can join, just like I'm just doing individual one-on-ones with you guys, just like what I just did, for you to get in the giveaway. I see a lot of people in here, and I'm going to start adding people that are in the chat too. But all you have to do to get in the giveaway is send me a screenshot of you sharing the live. If you share it, that's it. All you have to do is take a screenshot, share it to me at any of one of those, my social medias. Now, I noticed that some people in here say they don't have social media. It's no big deal. I see Marcos Cash says I don't do social media. So for those of you that don't have social media, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I want everybody to have a chance, right? Maybe if some of you that don't have social media and you come in and join the live stream, maybe I can, you could just show me that you did it. That's kind of ordeal. So anyone, the link is down in the description. If you want to join the live stream, I'm letting this be for you guys to come in, shoot the shit with me. And then I'm just going to ask you a couple questions like I did with 910 Panthers fan who came on. And he's already been added. I'm going to go ahead and add some of y'all people in here as well. Marco's Cash, I'm going to add you to it. NFL the Kid, I'm going to add you to it. Let's see who else is in here. Black Mamba 24, I'm going to add you to it. This is just for y'all to interact with me, man, and then also win a fun little prize. Who else is in here that I'm missing? Got, let's see, Against All Odds, okay. And I'll spin the wheel on the live. At the end of the live, we'll do the giveaway. Against All Odds, and who else is in here? All right. But I am going to do a giveaway. I am going to start doing some more giveaways. This is just a small one today. Like, we're just doing a nice little gift card to Amazon. But so I've got everybody in the chat so far who's joined the live on the wheel. I will show it to you right now. Everybody that's been in the live that I see that's commented, probably if you pound the like button, that's a big help as well. Anybody can join the live stream. The link is down in the description. If you want to join the live, feel free to come in and ask me questions. Or if you don't really have anything to really talk about, I can always give you some questions, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. So feel free to join the live. The link is down in the description. I just subbed Cornelius Pratt. Appreciate you, man. I will go ahead and add you to the spin the wheel. You know what? Let's forget about sharing the live. Like, I appreciate if you do still, but people who are coming in that are subscribers and that are, just join the live and showing your support just by pounding that like button. You know what? That's good enough for me. I'm going to be a fair guy today because some of y'all don't have social media. That's okay. But the link is down in the description to join the live stream. You're more than welcome to come on, ask any questions that you may like. Cornelius Pratt, thank you. Yeah, we're doing an Amazon gift card giveaway. Think I'm going to do like $50. We'll see. Got to check my bank account. No, I'm just kidding. Got to check my bank account. There's Jadarius. Man, I've been grinding on TikTok to get views. My followers are moving so slow. Hey, man, I've actually been getting a lot of followers on TikTok. I was at like 400 like yesterday, and I'm at 600 and something for some reason. I don't know why, but if anybody wants to follow me on TikTok, that's a huge help as well. Because I'm going to start doing a lot more TikTok grinds as well. But I would love to start going live on there and live here, so then that way I can kind of do both. Jadarius, this is how it works. Basically, I'm going to do a spin the wheel for a Amazon giveaway. I also put the link down in the description for the live stream right now for this. This is for everybody to just join in and come and hang out, shoot the shit. So, Jadarius, if you want to join the live stream, man, now's your chance. The link is down in the description. I'm going to go ahead and add Planet in there. I'm going to put Planet Jadarius. We're doing a spin the wheel. I will say though, having 910 Panthers fan, his take on Shaq and Cade Mays definitely reopened my eyes on some things that I've been thinking about, talking about. I've been saying Terrace Marshall and Brady Christensen to break out this season, but Cade Mays is a good one because he's taking over for Austin Corbett, I'm pretty sure, because of Corbett's injury. But I think Shaq is a pretty interesting like breakout. It's not that he needs to break out like he doesn't put up numbers, but I think that just him being a leader and leading that defense and him having a breakout season would be nice. I'd like to see more out of Brian Burns, but I predict Brian Burns to get extended before the training camp starts. I'm not kidding you. I wouldn't be surprised if his contract, he doesn't get a mega deal. We need to extend him before TJ Watt gets an extension, because TJ Watt will he's going to get paid. Well, no, it's not TJ Watt's Bosa. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Planet Jadarius is in here. Planet, you are muted if you are talking right now. But Planet has joined the live stream. Planet has been with me for, I think, from like the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. But he's also been a huge supporter of my channel, and then we've also shoot the shit off of Instagram. So it's always a pleasure talking with him. Planet, are you there?
Yeah, man. I just, want to mute the mic. I didn't want to interrupt you or nothing, man.
No, you're good.
But yeah, man. It's always a pleasure, bro, to talk Panthers with you, man. I usually end up agreeing with most of your takes when it comes to the Panthers compared to everybody else in the community. I like other people in the community, but I don't know, man. I feel like you are one of the most genuine and maybe a little less clickbaity than some others. But yeah, man. What were you talking about? I heard you talking about Shaq Thompson. I mean, not Thomas, but Shaq Thompson and Mace.
Yeah, this is we were just 9-10. So when 9-10 came in, he was I asked him like who is his two like hidden gems on our team, who he thinks like is gonna have a nice breakout year this year. He said Cade Mays and Shaq. But when he said Shaq, he was saying that not necessarily that Shaq's needs to have a breakout season, but for him to take that contract and then just for him to continue his leadership and just have a really good season to show these young guys what it's like to obviously produce here. But any questions that you have for me, you could go ahead and ask. If not, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. The floor is yours.
My question to you is who are two guys for you that you think are in terms not being talked about much on this team?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. God, I would say Hayden Hurst is one. And here's the reason why. I think Hayden Hurst is going to step up in the tight end position like we've never had before. Now, that might be because I might be being a little bit biased due to the fact that I'm a Gamecock fan and he came from South Carolina. But Hayden Hurst has the athleticism, the build to be one of the top tight ends in the NFL. He always has. He's just had some injuries in the past. Also, situations haven't fit him getting drafted by the Ravens, then going to Atlanta, then going to Cincinnati. And it just his style of play just does not fit there. I finally believe that with Frank Wright's offense, we've seen what he's done with tight ends in the past at Indianapolis. And when he's done when he won that Super Bowl with the Eagles, look at Dallas Goedert, look at the Ertz when they were there. Look at what he did with the tight end room when Frank Wright was there. So I have a feeling that Hayden Hurst could also be a breakout guy for us, and that definitely will benefit, Bryce Young when it comes to the passing game. He's a big body guy. He's definitely an end zone threat. I could see him having a year almost like how Mike Gesicki had when he first, or the second year, I think Mike Gesicki, when he like had a huge year. So I could see something like that happening.
Yeah, I mean, I like Hurst. He's definitely better than what we've had at the tight end position. So it's not out the possibility, man. I'll take a decent tight end at this point, bro, because the tight end talent we've had has just leaves a lot to be desired. So
yeah, I mean, we haven't had a guy have over 500 yards. I mean, in how many years? I mean, you got to go look back at it. I mean, Ian Thomas, his butt's about gone. and I'd love to see Tommy Tremble a little bit more. I think that his size, he's great at blocking. That guy can freaking block like any other offensive tackle that we have. As long as Hayden Hurst stays healthy, which I just saw D Perkins come in and say that. D Perkins, I'm going to add you to the wheel here shortly, but I'd love to see Tommy Tremble come in and do some. Yeah, Jumpman says not one after Olsen. Yeah, we really haven't had a decent tight end really since Olsen. So, I think that it's time that we fix that, and I think Hayden Hurst can do so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can see it happen, man, and I do think that Bryce Young is going to try to lean more on his tight ends and the running back since he is a rookie QB, man. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Yeah. What else you got for me?
Well, man, I think one guy that everybody's not talking about is Frankie Luvu, man. I see so much potential in him, man. Like I feel like that we got to steal, bro. I feel like last year was kind of like a precursor to what we're gonna see from that guy, man. I love Lubu's passion. I love his heart, man. I love his drive. I do think that this year could be a breakout year for Lubu, man. I am high on Mingo. There's another guy, man, that I feel like is definitely going to help Bryce out in his first year too, man. I feel like that this team has done the necessary job to just make Bryce Young comfortable coming into his first year. Yeah. I do think that Bryce Young, while I'm not, as I've said in my TikTok, I'm not predicting him to have all these crazy ass numbers because you just can't ask that from a rookie quarterback, in my opinion. But I do think Bryce will have above average to average year, and I can see him. Honestly, I could just see Bryce becoming better and better, man. I love his IQ. I love the way he answers questions. I've watched the kid since high school, man. So this is kind of like a dream for me as a Panthers fan, man. I watched him from high school, college to now, and man, just to think how far he came, man. Bryce Young is really not supposed to be here, man. He was not a very highly touted prospect coming out of high school. So that guy has always had a chip on his shoulder, and he's always worked hard. So I just want to see all that hard work really just pay off and good things coming to fruition, man.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I think that the only me and you have talked about this before, but I've sat there and said that the only thing that Bryce Young worries is his size, right? Like not his height. It's the height's not an issue. We've seen Drew Brees and what he can do.
Yeah.
But his just him putting on some muscle, I think would just benefit him from taking the hits in the NFL. Yeah. Frankie Luvu take, love it. I think it's a great take. I don't think that there was, what you were saying there is I think he's going to have a breakout year. We've got a lot of guys and a lot of unknowns, right, with this team.
Yeah.
So, like, anybody could really break out with how this team is, especially with the coaching staff. A lot of people in the NFL right now are speaking, and there's a lot of rumors out there that we might have the best coaching staff in the NFL right now. And that.
Yeah,
and I mean, we've got a top 10 offensive line coach, which is huge in the NFL. You've got to have that.
Yeah.
But I think Frankie Luvu, which I was going to talk about him next week, but since we're already on the topic, I actually was going to predict him to make a Pro Bowl this year. I think that he will. I think that what we saw last year and his sideline to sideline movement is unbelievable. He's got all the intangibles that you want in a linebacker, and he feeds off Shaq a lot, and Shaq feeds off of him. So those two together just help out a lot. So I like that. I do. Mingo, I love it. I love that we went for Mingo in the second. You look at all the Ole Miss wide receivers in the NFL right now, none of them are bad.
Yeah.
Some of them are bad. They're all good.
Yeah, they're all good, man. I haven't seen one bad Ole Miss wide receiver dude.
It's like, and they're all big guys, big
Yeah,
body guys. DK, AJ.
yeah, man.
They're all big body guys, and he's a big body guy as well. He's a little bit smaller than them, but he's more versatile in the wide receiver movement.
Yeah,
The biggest thing I am looking forward to on the offensive side of the ball, though, I will say this, since we're on the topic of the offense, is that I'm looking forward to see what Laviska Shenault does in a Debo style play scheme.
yeah, me too, man.
That's what I'm really looking forward to, because I'm such a Debo fan, obviously a Gamecock fan. But I'm such a big Debo fan. I'm hoping that kind of scheme will benefit us to open up and take some pressure off of Bryce. So that's
Yeah,
kind of
man. That's what I really just hope that the O line does protect Bryce well, man.
I think so. I think we will.
That's my only concern about him too. But I do feel like he's gonna put on weight over the years, man. You know, Russ wasn't the biggest guy coming in, and now Russ is a pretty solid QB in terms of his build. So
Yeah, he's eating a lot of Subway.
yeah, I give him a couple years, man, before Bryce Young gets to the point to where you feel like, hey, this guy can take a hit. Because right now, man, it is a huge difference between college defense and an NFL defense, bro.
Right.
These are some of the most versatile, some of the most strong, what do I want to say? Some of the most strong defenders in the world, man.
Yeah.
Getting hit in college and getting hit in the NFL are just
Totally
two different things, bro.
Yeah. The speed is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, man. They are faster, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. I remember when a linebacker used to be like over 300 pounds, but now linebackers are 240, 250, and they're just as fast as a lot of these wide receivers, man. So it's crazy, bro, how times have changed, bro. Just how athletic I want to say the defensive side of football has became, man. As somebody who's played in, modern football, man.
Yeah.
Some of the guys I was playing with, bro, you would look at them and be like, they can't move that fast. But when you play next to them, bro, it's unbelievable how they can get after a quarterback, a receiver, a running back, just anybody on the offensive end, bro.
Oh, for sure. I do have a fun story to tell you, and then I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
So I did play football in high school. I was not very. Only reason why I played was because I got asked by the coach because I was fast and I had good hips. That was about it. My height, I'm still the same height as I was in high school. So the height was not the reason why I got asked. But it was just because I was fast, and I played corner and safety. And 1 year I played for Myrtle Beach High School, and so we had some guys on that team that played in college. A lot of our guys went and played college. One guy in general, Everett Golson, if anyone doesn't know him, go look him up. He played in the national championship for Notre Dame when they played Alabama, and Alabama stopped the ever-living mess out of them.
I remember that, man.
Yeah. But Everett was a stud. But we went up against Burns, and Burns here in South Carolina is a big-time high school. They had Marcus Lattimore. I tried to you talk about trying to tackle somebody. I tried to tackle Marcus Lattimore. I got stiff arm into another dimension. So that's just a little fun story for you, because those guys, when you can see the difference in guys and the speed of these guys and the God-given talent that they had compared to others, right? So So when it just based off of what you were saying, trust me, I know from experience. Last but not least, man, I just need it from you because you're a basketball guy and I'm a basketball guy a little bit myself. How do you feel, since I'm a Charlotte fan, how do you feel about Brandon Miller?
Oh, man. I really don't think that it's bad like people are making it, man. Brandon Miller has the NBA body type, and he is a versatile wing, bro. He is great for the NBA nowadays, bro. It's just on that development staff, bro. Like a lot of people, they put so much on these players being a bust on the players, but you got to think about that development staff and that culture around them at the same time, bro. I mean, I feel like Brandon Miller, man, he has potential to be the next great wing in the NBA, man. So that's not a bad pick, I can understand why y'all didn't draft Scoot Henderson. It would be kind of redundant. And, Scoot Henderson's not that great of a he's not that great of a shooter. He's more of an athletic guy.
Okay.
So, putting him next to LaMelo and both of them being on-ball players, I don't know how that would work. Not saying it couldn't work, because I've seen two guys who people say are on-ball players work, but, it's not, ideal in the NBA. But Brandon Miller, man, he's definitely somebody that definitely will fit better next to LaMelo, man. I'm very excited to see where it goes with him, man. I've been watching him since college, as a Bama guy. Even though I'm not a Bama basketball fan, I do watch the basketball team, man.
Yeah.
And he has potential, bro. You just gotta hope that the right development staff is around him, and he has that mindset to go out there and do what he has to do to make this team great, man. But I'm very excited, dude. Yeah. I'm very, very excited, bro, because I think Melo's playmaking is underrated. A lot of people always talk about how LaMelo can take some low IQ shots, but that's just with him being a young player, bro. And people don't realize, man, coming into a league and being a point guard is not the easiest thing in the world, bro. It takes a few years for a lot of point guards to really hit their stride. Yeah. And like I said, man, I really feel like Melo's playmaking you're really going to see it more on display this year with Brandon Miller, bro. And I love it, man. I love it, bro. I don't know if that makes you guys a play-in team. Maybe not. We will see. But for the first time in a long time for the Hornets, bro, I feel like y'all are taking the right direction, because Michael Jordan has been running a damn circus, bro.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's now has a lesser role in the organization, that's good for y'all, bro. Trust me, Mike might be, well, he's my GOAT, but when it comes to being a GM, bro, nah, bro.
I got you. I got
like,
you.
For real, man. He's the mastermind behind the damn Charlotte Bobcats, bro.
Right.
And the many draft misses under him that you guys had. So I'm just glad to see y'all moving in a new direction, bro. Like, Melo is such a nice talent, bro. And I just didn't want to see his career being wasted, bro. So
right.
I want to say good pick, bro. Good fit for you guys' team. So
I appreciate you giving me that positive support here, and I appreciate you coming in and supporting the channel as always.
Man.
Appreciate you coming on. I gotta let some other people get in here. So, Planet, thank
you
for joining, and keep pounding, brother. All right, we got another guest in, NFL the Kid. What is up?
What's good?
How are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you, by the way?
I'm just 9, bro. I'm just chilling, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, you have any questions for me, or
I want to add on to like what you were talking about.
Okay.
With the Jadarius.
Yeah.
Like, about the Brandon Miller pick.
Okay.
I actually didn't like the pick. I liked Scoot Henderson more because I think he's like a generational guy, and I think he's like, going to be one of the best players whenever he retires. Like, he's going to be one of the best players of all time.
Okay.
What I think, and I think he's got a great fit with the Blazers. But Brandon Miller, I think he's a great guy too, because I thought Alabama was going to make it to the final in March Madness, but they got eliminated, I think, in the first or the second round. So
sure, yeah. No,
But
I mean, everybody has the right to their opinion, my man.
yeah,
Anything Carolina Panthers related?
yeah.
Anything you
So
want to
like,
talk about, or I got some questions that I can always come
I
off the
don't even
dome.
have any questions for you, man. I don't
You
even
don't have
have
any
any.
questions for me?
Nah.
Okay. How about this? I got some questions for you.
All right.
Who is your favorite player right now on the Carolina Panthers?
Right now, I don't know who it is right now because I was a huge DJ Moore fan, and then
Okay.
he got traded. But
Right.
right now, I'm gonna go ahead and say Miles Sanders
Okay.
because I watch the Eagles sometimes whenever the Panthers don't play,
Okay.
and I think he's a great running back. So
Okay.
he's gonna be my favorite player.
Okay.
It could be Bryce Young soon, but he
All
hasn't
right.
played a snap yet, so I'm going Miles Sanders.
Okay. Record prediction. What do you?
Record prediction.
Yep. Record prediction. Real
I'm
quick.
going 11-6. I think we're actually gonna win a bunch of games this year.
Okay.
But
Why do you think 11-6? What's the reason
well,
on that?
I would go 10-7, but people are saying we're gonna lose the Lions. I actually have us beating the Lions, but
Interesting take. I have
like
the
I think
Lions
we
winning
can.
that division
I
this year.
think we start out 2-0, and then we start losing to the Seahawks, and then we'll
Okay.
beat the Vikings, and then we beat the Lions, and then we go into the bye 3-2. I think we'll lose to the Dolphins because I think Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle is kind of too much for
Tyreek
us
Hill
to
might not
guard.
be there when we played the Dolphins. If you haven't seen the news lately,
Oh yeah,
did you see he got convicted of? He's getting sued and
yeah,
convicted of assault.
yeah.
Yeah, so he might not
He
be
might not even be on the
there.
Dolphins. He could
Well,
get
no,
traded.
he will. Usually with those kinds of suspensions,
Could he get traded?
I don't think so. His contract's too big. I don't think anybody wants to
He's
take
just
that.
too good of a player for that. I don't.
Right. So I don't think anybody wants to take on his
They're gonna
contract.
give up too much. They got to give
Correct.
up too much for that. If
Correct.
they really do.
So trading him wouldn't make any sense because they're probably only going to give him like 6 games. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
So suspension wise for the Dolphins, I only see him getting like 6. So, but he might not be there at that point. So we'll see.
Yeah, because that game's like week 5, I think, or week
Uh,
6.
I think it's right before the bye week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I need to
we
double check
have a
the schedule.
week 7 bye, so yeah, it's week 6.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he'll be there. He should.
But I
Be
like
able.
your take. I mean, I hope that's the case. I mean, I don't have it. I don't know if you've seen my record prediction or not. I don't really have us going 2-0. I have us starting out 1-1. I think that we lose the first game because it is the first NFL game. I think it's kind of more of a game
Yeah.
to like let the team kind of figure, I guess, each other out in a sort of standpoint of it's more of a team building kind of standpoint in the first game, kind of seeing where
Yeah.
everybody's at. And I think that's kind of where we'll be. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the Falcons. But then the second game, I think that we win. And then I think that we lose to Seattle. I predict us beating the Vikings, but then I had us losing to um, the Lions, and then losing to the Dolphins. So I think going 2-4 into the bye week is my prediction. I think that as long as we split the first 2 games, we'll be okay, because after the bye
Yeah.
week, our schedule gets so easy because we're only not after the bye week. We're the only game that we're not favored in is against the Cowboys. So
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna lose that game. I don't. I
so
don't think we can beat them.
yeah, I don't see us beating the Cowboys. The Cowboys are still pretty solid right now.
CD
But I still
Lamb.
have us going. Yeah, I still have us going 10-7. So there's a lot of question marks on our team too, but there's a lot of question marks with a lot of teams in this division, with the fact of everybody having something new, like Saints having a new quarterback, and then really the Falcons, we don't know who their quarterback really is going to be. Is it
Yeah,
going to be Desmond Ritter, or is it going to be Taylor Heineke?
it should be Heineke. I think he's better.
I think it's going to end up being Heineke myself. And then with Tampa Bay, you can't tell me that Baker Mayfield is going to come out there and look like the old Baker Mayfield from the Browns.
Yeah.
We've seen what happened last year with Baker Mayfield. He was absolute.
Yeah. I don't think 2020 Baker Mayfield's coming back.
And do you think Kyle Trask is going to come in and be?
No, that's
Right.
going to be worse.
Right. So, our division is really up in the air, and it's our division really to take because of our coaching staff and our roster depth wise is just so much better than others. Is Derek Carr going to come out there and throw for another 4,000 yards? He could. I don't know. But it's going to be interesting, but everything looks positive for us, right? Because we have everything set in stone now.
I think the biggest team in our way is the Saints.
I totally agree with you. I think the Saints are the only one. The only thing I don't like about the Saints is the fact that the reason why I could see is taking the Saints out of this whole thing is due to the fact that Dennis Allen is not a good head coach. He's just not. He's 12 and he is 21 or 21 and 38 as a head coach.
He's 21 and 38.
21 and 38 as a head coach.
Who else did he coach for the Saints?
I'd have to double check on that, but it says that as his record as a head coach, he's 21 and 38. So that's pretty bad. that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look too good.
Oh, he coached the Raiders in 2012 to 2014.
Yeah, which they didn't really have much anyways. So
yeah.
So well, NFL the Kid, I appreciate you joining. I'm gonna let some other people get in here. I appreciate you coming on, my man. I appreciate your support, and I know that you said you're doing some streams and stuff, so keep at it. Don't stop. YouTube is rough, man. Trust me, I know. Been doing it for the past 2 to 3 years now, so it's rough, but it's fun. But it's tough. It's tough. So just keep grinding every single day. If you post every single day, the best advice I can give you as a YouTuber is if you post every single day, you can make
try to do that.
Yeah, even doing little shorts if you have to. So little TikToks. So that goes a long way as well. A lot of people's attention span are very short anyways nowadays because of TikTok. So, but if you continue to do live streams and you keep grinding, you'll be fine. So, and you're starting at a young age, so it's definitely beneficial for you. So continue to do so. If you have any questions or concerns or want any advice on YouTube or anything, feel free to reach out at any time.
All right.
You have a good one. I appreciate you joining.
All right, you too. Peace.
Right, bye. NFL the Kid. Appreciate it. I love kids, man. So, having a 9-year-old come on and talk with me, I love it. So, man, I appreciate everyone coming in and enjoying the live stream. Even people like NFL the Kid, Jadarius, 910 Panthers fan. They got people who have actually joined the stream. Appreciate y'all. And I appreciate everyone else in the chat. Don't get me wrong. But I love for everybody to come in and join the stream just like NFL the Kid did. I love Jadarius coming in, shooting the shit with me. Appreciate 910 Panthers fan coming in and joining the stream with me. So just keep appreciate everybody coming in and joining. I have everybody so far, looks like, in the stream on the wheel. And since the stream is doing so well right now, we're at 12 likes. I would love to get that a little bit higher. If we could get this stream up to 30, I would appreciate it. The giveaway, we're still doing it. So appreciate everybody pound that like button. NFL Kid says, thanks for having me. Hey, appreciate you. Cornelius Price says, good advice. That's the best advice I can give when it comes to YouTube and social media, man. It is tough. It's not easy doing YouTube. So you just have to grind. It's a grind at the end of the day. Plus working full-time myself, I work from home. So it benefits me in this aspect of doing this, but Marcos Cash says claps at NFL the Kid. Yeah, clap it up for him, man. Takes a lot of guts to do this kind of stuff and come on and talk about it, especially at 9. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy, and nerves, everything. Trust me, when I did my first, I will tell you this: my first time I ever did my first YouTube video, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was going to talk about. I just kind of just was like, what can I talk about? And I just like looked up news articles and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I do today. I just like look up, read stuff, come up with my own takes, and that's it. You know, I come up with my own takes, but I read, watch film, stuff like that. And if you do that, you can do it. So Jumpman says, come, bruh, talk more sports than a 10-year-old kid. Well, Jumpman, why don't you come into the stream and we can talk? But we will talk some sports. We'll talk some sports. I just wanted to give a shout out there though. But so we've talked about record predictions. We've talked about breakout players. We've talked about, good Lord, we've talked about the NBA draft. We've talked about, you know, so many things. There's not a lot going on right now with Panthers. You know, there's not really a lot of news out there going on with the Panthers, because training camp is, you know, we've basically, once they got done mini camp, we have 6 weeks until, you know, our until training camp. So there's not much going on in the news for us, really. We talked about hidden gems, sleepers. We could definitely talk about a couple more sleepers, I think. So we've said, you know, I've said in the past, you know, or in this stream and in the past shows, I've said, you know, another sleeper for this team was, you know, I've said Christensen, I've said Terrace Marshall. Then we've had other people come in and say Shaq to have a breakout season. But then we've had people say Cade Mays was another one. I've even mentioned Hayden Hurst. Even Frankie Louvu is another one. This team has a lot of unknowns. So there's a lot of sleepers on this team that could actually benefit us throughout the year in so many ways. I think the one of the people that could definitely benefit, and if he can step up, is YGM. I think YGM moving to the outside linebacker might be better for him. It might benefit him because of his size and and his speed. I don't think that his size fits the defensive end because I don't think he's really, if you look at his stature, he's more built like a linebacker than he is a defensive end, in my opinion. Some people might not agree with that, but I would really like to see him break out because we took a second round gamble on him. So I'd love to see him break out. Another guy I'd love to see break out just because how versatile he is. I think Jeremy Chin. Does Jeremy Chin really need to have a breakout season? No, but I think that it obviously would benefit. I mean, he remains in the same role that he was in 2023 last year, but he's got so much versatility. He only has one speed, and I think Evero is going to use that to his advantage. And I didn't know how good Jeremy Chin was going to be because he played at such a small school. He was a third-round pick, but he made a significant impact right out the gate as we drafted him. You know, over 100 tackles, you know, a sack, an interception in the past, you know, first 2 seasons. So that's pretty good numbers. But I think with his versatility and his freakish athleticism, I think that Jeremy Chin could quickly establish a nice reputation. He's a big hitter, especially when he blitzes. He's a great run defender. He's improved his pass coverage skills as time has gone on. He was one of the top NFL safeties in his second season, if y'all didn't know that, because when he only allowed 8 yards per reception and a 94.4 passer rating. So he holds his own against the run. So plus half the time he was lined up in the box. And then he split the rest of his snaps pretty evenly at free safety. and slot corner. And then along the defensive line, he's just a weapon in the blitz formation when it comes to the quarterback and blowing up the run plays as well. So he didn't have the best year last year, I will say, because he came off injury reserved from that hamstring injury, which held him out of 6 games. But he still racked up 70 tackles, a sack. He had a career high of 6 pass breakups. He kind of struggled a little bit against the run, and he kind of took a step back in coverage last year, which he was giving up like 10.7 yards per catch and 101.9 passer rating he was allowing. So I think that could have been because of the coaching staff issues, but then also the coming off that injury. But we were not very good against the run last season, as we all know, and we struggled through the air, and we were giving up the 10th most passing yards last year, the 7th, and we had the 7th fewest sacks. We had the 6th fewest interceptions last year. Now our secondary is our clear strength for the Panther. I think for the Panthers roster, after adding additions now like Von Bell and Jamie Robinson, who I look forward to seeing what he can produce. I think that this is going to allow us to maximize the versatility and playmaking that we have out of Jeremy Chin, and just moving him all over the field to line up at linebacker, put him at nickel, and as a third safety. I think that his versatility is going to produce a very nice season this year. So, and he's 100% healthy, so that goes a long way. Johnny Hecker throwing Matt Rowe under the bus. I think a lot of guys threw Hecker under the bus, man. So John Hecker he threw a lot of people under the bus. So the link is still down in the description. I've been on for an hour. If anybody else wants to come on, feel free to. The link is down there. If you want to come on, shoot the shit with me, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, we're going to do this giveaway here shortly, if not. So let's see. Got 10 people watching. So anybody is more, or you can get in the chat, ask any questions, or, because I'm leaving the floor open to you guys, man. This is all open to y'all. Anyone is welcome to come back on. So if you want to come back on, you're more than welcome to. The link is down in the description if you want to come on the stream. 910 says, great stream. Appreciate it. Great stream. I did watch the NBA draft last night, so that was fun. I did want Scoot Henderson. I'm not going to lie, when we were talking about that with Planet Jadarius. I did want Scoop. I think his versatility, putting him at point and moving Melo to shooting guard would have been very beneficial. And then I think that Mark Williams at center could be I think that team could be very solid. Even if you can get a guy at center and having those two guys, getting a guy like DeAndre Ayton would be great. But that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. Now we have Brandon Miller. The thing is, can Brandon Miller produce like PG-13 did? Because he's a huge PG-13. He plays like PG-13. If Brandon Miller can come in and play like Paul George did at the Indiana Pacers, we could be looking at him and LaMelo together would be huge, because really Brandon Miller is a 3D guy, but he's very versatile. So we'll see. All right. Well, if no one else is going to join the live stream, it's no big deal. You're more than welcome to, though. In the meantime, I'm going to leave the floor open to y'all for the next 5 minutes in the chat to ask questions. Anything about Panthers football. I've kind of talked about everything. We've talked everything about Panthers football. We've talked about the roster, the coaching staff, record predictions, schedule. Good Lord. We've talked about breakout players, everything. I just don't know what else to talk about at this point because there's not much going on in the Panthers realm right now. I can't say this in the NFL. You know, there's a lot of NFL news going on, like the Tyreek Hill situation. He's probably going to be suspended for 6 games. And 910 comes in and says, starting 5 receivers. I mean, wide receiver 1, I'm going to have to guess is going to be Thielen, but he's going to be lined up in the slot. I have a feeling. And then you're probably going to have Terrace Marshall on the outside and DJ Chark on the outside. So I guess that's your 1, 2, and 3. Really, we don't have a true number 1, I would say, because we have so much depth at the position. There's really no telling who our wide receiver number 1 is going to be. I think that, DJ Chark it's going to be on the outside. Then you've got Thielen in the slot. You got probably Terrace Marshall on the outside. Then I could see Mingo, he might, but who knows? He might just take over. I mean, he's got the ability to do so. So I could see him taking over really quickly. And he could be a breakout guy at any second too. So him, and I guess the 5th guy would probably be Laviska. But with our wide receiver room, I actually see us having 6. So, and then with Laviska, and then I see, who else am I missing? Shai Smith. So I can see us keeping those kind of 6 guys. I actually can see us keeping 6 wide receivers, actually. But we might not. We might just keep Laviska. But like Laviska is going to be used more like Debo, apparently. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's what I'm looking forward to. But I would say in no particular order, probably Thielen, Chark, Marshall, Mingo, and then Laviska. But it probably is going to be – it probably is actually – you know what? I probably have that backwards, actually. It's probably going to be Thielen, Chark, Laviska, Marshall, Mingo. But it just depends. It all depends on training camp and preseason. I think it's going to depend on that wide receiver room, what we're going to see. That's, it's such an unknown because of the depth, which is great. I mean, that makes us – that's the thing about our team, the unknown of everything at a lot of positions. It makes us hard to really plan out for because other teams will not know who's going to be where, right? But it makes us so versatile. So they're not – and then, of course, with Bryce, they have no film on him except in Alabama. So, where are they going to get the film from him? He's unpredictable. I'll give you a quick I think, 9-10, you're exactly right. It comes down to who Bryce, Damiere Byrd. Shit. I mean, I could see us keeping 6 wide receivers. I really do. I could see us keeping 6 instead of 5. So, and then maybe moving Shai to, depends. Either it'll be between the 2 Gamecock boys, Damiere Byrd and Shai, which ones are going to take that 6 spot, really. Jumpman, thank you for saying Bird. I totally forgot about Damiere Byrd. So I could really see 6 guys being in the wide receiver lineup. But I could see him in the slot. I could see Bird in the slot, but I could also see him in the return. We just have such a versatile group, man. It's so hard to predict. It's so hard to predict this team right now, especially in that wide receiver position. God, I totally forgot about Damiere Byrd. Thank you for reminding me. I'm definitely going to have to think about that one. Definitely going to have to think about that one. After training camp comes and done, I'll come out with a live stream and we'll talk about the depth chart and I'll maybe give an early prediction on, each room, each position group, who's going to be on the team and whatnot. So I'll probably do that. And then we can definitely dive deep into that wide receiver group a little bit more. He took us a slant to the house on our defense last year. We need a speed guy. Yeah. But Thielen is a slot machine, man. He just gets open, dude. He just gets open, but that's what you need though too out of a person. Demir Bird's got wheels. I will give him that. Hot take for the 53-man roster. Who's going to get cut? I mean, it's not really a hot take. I just predict this guy's going to be gone. He's one of the first guys to go. It'll be Ian Thomas. He'll be one of the first guys to go. But after training camp and all that, I will do a early 53-man roster prediction once training camp or during training camp. I'll do it. Just depends on the news and stuff that comes up with this team. All right. Again, appreciate everyone joining the live stream. We are going to do this giveaway now. All right. I've been on for an hour, 15 minutes. I think this is good. I think there's 10 people in here now. I think Barno gets moved to practice squad or traded. It's not a hot take. I mean, I could see it. I don't think that's too hard of a hot take. All right. I think I have everyone on this list, everybody that's joined. Let's get that wheel of fortune up here. So I've got everybody, I think, in here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there somebody else I'm missing? Let me see. Make sure. Is Jumpman on there? Jumpman's on there, yep. 910's on there, yep. Marcos Cash is on there, yep. NFL The Kid's on there, yep. Just going back through. Is Cornelius Pratt on there? Yes, he is. NFL The Kid's on there, yep. D Perkins, yep, he's on there. Jadarius is on there. Black Mamba 24 is on there. It looks like everybody's on there. All right. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Who's it going to be? Aya. Winner. Black Mamba 24. If he's not in here, I'll reach out to him. It's no big deal. So we got our winner. Black Mamba 24 is our winner. So I will reach out to him. And he's not there. Redo. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to him. He won fair and square. We'll do more of these. Trust me, we're going to do more of these. So I'll reach out to Black Mamba. All I need is his email address, and I can send it through Amazon. So no big deal. All right. Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. We're going to do this every Friday as well. This is what Friday is going to be. Obviously, Monday through Thursday is just going to be me ranting and raving about the Carolina Panthers. Maybe I'm going to start bringing some NFL stuff as well. Because I was doing a little bit of NFL stuff into it. So I want to bring in some, NFL news and stuff like that. Jumpman, I'm on here Monday through Friday. This stream lunch break is on here Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. EST every day. So if you want to join any of those days as well. But I'm going to be doing this every Friday. It's just going to be like a free for all for everybody to just come in. You'll probably see it like you just saw it today. The description will probably be the same thing. Lunch break with Pantherology. All Panther fans are welcome. Now, I'm not going to do a giveaway every single Friday, but I am going to continue in bringing in some more giveaways. We'll do some jersey giveaways. I'll do some Amazon gift cards like I did today. Maybe do some NFL.com gift cards. Maybe do some season tickets, because I am on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So I'd love to get to 5,000 before the season. And if I get to 5,000 before the end of the season, guys, I will do a huge giveaway, like a big giveaway, something like some tickets with a jersey or an Xbox or a PS5, something like that. If I can get my hands on one, it seems like they're still impossible to get your hands on, but if I can get my hands on them, then I'll do it. And then of course, some other fun giveaways like Chick-fil-A. Who knows? I mean, everybody likes Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. Those are my top two anyway. So, anyways, so congrats to Black Mamba. I will reach out to you. And then other than that, guys, I appreciate you one joining. Make sure you tune in every Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. EST. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any live streams. That will always update you if you click that. And make sure you just pound the like button. That's all I ask, guys. Appreciate everyone joining today. Appreciate everyone that came in, shoot shit with me. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate all of y'all. And as always, I'll see y'all next week. Keep pounding.